It's just another day, another Democrat caught doing exactly what Democrats accuse everybody else of doing, which is abusing taxpayer money and hoping that nobody notices. This time, it's a sitting Florida Democrat charged with siphoning off $5 million in FEMA COVID relief funds. Money meant for overwhelmed hospitals, struggling families, and vulnerable communities, allegedly routed straight into personal accounts and political operations. And wait until you hear what the investigators say she did next. Federal prosecutors in Miami say this wasn't a mistake. They say it was a deliberate scheme, money laundering, straw donors, falsified filings, all tied to a Democrat who faces now up to 53 years in prison. And here's a question I want you guys to answer. Should any elected official caught abusing any kind of relief funds, let alone COVID, lose their seat immediately? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I say yes, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let's go ahead and break this down. So my name's Tom. I'm with the Daily Beltway, and I'm also White House correspondent for the Next News Network. And guys, we are a growing channel, and your likes, comments, and subscriptions help us push back against corrupt politicians who think the rules that just, they don't apply to them. So give us a like, give us a follow, and hit those buttons. Federal prosecutors in Miami have indicted Florida Democrat Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick in what they describe as a calculated $5 million fraud scheme. And this wasn't ordinary mismanagement. This was taxpayer COVID relief money, accidental female overpayments, and investigators say the Democrat Congresswoman didn't return it. Instead, she allegedly moved it through shell accounts, personal accounts, and friendly intermediaries before funneling a chunk into her political campaign. Watch.
Tonight, federal prosecutors say South Florida Congresswoman Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick stole millions in FEMA disaster funds and then funneled that money into her own 2021 campaign. A new indictment alleges she, her brother, and several associates routed a $5 million overpayment through multiple accounts using straw donors, personal spending, and even filing a false tax return to hide it. If convicted, Cherfilus-McCormick faces up to 53 years in prison.
Good Lord. Sorry, I have a cold. I'm working through it, guys. So according to the Department of Justice, the entire operation was built to hide the origin of the funds, transfers through family accounts, business accounts, straw donors who donated to her campaign after being reimbursed. Doesn't this sound a lot like the USAID scam? So let me know your thoughts on that, because I think she learned that from how everybody else did it. Prosecutors say it was all part of a coordinated effort to turn disaster relief into political power. The Democrat Party talks a lot about equity. Meanwhile, federal investigators say one of their own was using pandemic money the way corrupt officials use slush funds. So should a sitting lawmaker be able to hold office while under federal indictment for COVID fraud? Drop your answer below. Let me hear it. So the indictment goes even further. Investigators say political spending was disguised as business deductions, income was hidden, IRS filings were manipulated, and yet the Democrat leadership still tried to downplay the situation until the backlash became too loud to ignore. They quietly removed her from a subcommittee position, not because they care about accountability, folks, but because the headlines were too toxic. And this is where it all changes. Residents in Broward and Palm Beach counties, many of them relying on FEMA programs, are furious. Signs outside her district office read, "Relief is for families, not politicians." This scandal doesn't just hurt her district, it reinforces everything Americans already distrust about the modern Democrat Party. Like the rules never apply to them. That seems to be the case. Again, if you guys got value from this update, please tap subscribe. My opinion is next. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support conservative news in our nation. So what we're watching here is the exact reason Americans no longer trust the political class, especially Democrats who preach about compassion, while federal agents say they were funneling pandemic money into their own campaign accounts. Shocked. I'm not shocked. COVID relief was never supposed to be a political jackpot. It was meant to keep people alive, stabilize communities, and help families survive. When a Democrat lawmaker allegedly treats FEMA like a campaign ATM, it damages the integrity of our republic, insults every taxpayer who sacrificed during the pandemic. This case matters because if they misuse relief funds during a crisis, they're going to misuse anything, anytime. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's Republicans. A lot of Republicans did this too. It's not just a Democrat thing. Whether you like hearing that or not, I don't care. It's an all-over thing. People abuse the crap out of that system. But the people deserve accountability and transparency and leaders who respect the money they control. So stay local, stay vocal, stay engaged, and stay committed to protecting this republic from corruption, wherever it hides, no matter the party. God bless.